Raina is no stranger to public blunders, and once again, she finds herself in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. This time, however, her latest misstep might be her worst yet, as it highlights not only her incompetence, but also her inability to perform her job effectively. In today's discussion, we'll delve into this debacle while covering some of the latest news from across the country. But first, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to join our rapidly growing community. Keir Starmer's ambitious plan to boost Britain's economy with a surge in foreign investments has suffered a major setback thanks to a ministerial error that has now cost the UK dearly. A £1 billion investment was pulled on the eve of Starmer's much-publicized investment summit, a pivotal event that both he and Chancellor Rachel Reeves had hoped would kickstart a new era of growth. The Dubai-based DP World, a global leader in port logistics, had been planning to inject a massive amount into the London Gateway container port. However, following some ill-advised comments from Deputy Prime Minister Raina and Transport Secretary Louise Hay, the company pulled out of the deal, citing their disappointment with the UK government's attitude. The withdrawal followed remarks by Raina, who, while introducing her new workers' rights package, alongside Hay, took aim at DP World. Their public criticism of the company, with Hay even branding them as a cowboy operator, appears to have backfired in the worst way. In an interview with ITV, Hay further escalated matters by threatening a boycott of the company. This led DP World's chairman, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulaim, to personally make the decision to reconsider the investment, a project that had been months in the making. DP World, a company that generated nearly £14 billion in global revenue in 2023 and operates in more than 60 countries, had already invested £2.2 billion in London Gateway and Southampton container ports. The decision to pull the new £1 billion investment is a severe blow to Britain's economy and a direct consequence of the UK government's reckless rhetoric. A spokesperson for DP World stated that the investment is now under review, signaling that there may still be hope, but the damage has already been done. Criticism of Raina's handling of the situation has been swift, with Shadow Science Secretary Andrew Griffith highlighting how her actions are costing the UK jobs and investment. He pointed out that creating an unstable business environment by reverting to outdated labor laws would only make the UK less attractive to foreign investors. Griffith emphasized that summits alone don't attract investments. What's needed is a sensible and business-friendly environment, something the Labour Party seems to have lost sight of in its eagerness to appeal to union support. The fallout from this blunder is far-reaching. When Raina and Hay thought they were sticking it to the man by criticizing P&O ferries, they likely didn't anticipate the consequences of alienating other major logistics players. Their decision to single out DP World and vow to close a legal loophole used by P&O to dismiss nearly 800 workers back in 2022 might have played well with union leaders, but it has further tarnished the Labour Party's credibility in the eyes of investors. While their rhetoric may have won them applause from some quarters, the long-term damage to the economy and job market is undeniable. In other news, concerns are growing over a rumored pension tax raid that could jeopardize the retirement plans of millions of Britons. With Chancellor Rachel Reeves set to unveil her and Prime Minister Keir Starmer's fiscal plans in the upcoming autumn budget, pension reform is expected to be a key focus. Reports suggest that Reeves is considering reducing the tax-free pension savings threshold, a move that has already sparked outrage. Financial analysts are warning that this could force future retirees to pay off their mortgages well into retirement, dramatically affecting their quality of life. The Treasury has reportedly asked one of the UK's largest pension providers to explore the impact of lowering the tax-free lump sum from £268,700 to £100,000, which could hit homeowners especially hard. The repercussions of such a policy shift could ripple across the housing and mortgage sectors. With less tax-free cash available, retirees may be forced to extend their mortgages, while fewer people might be able to downsize their homes. This could lead to a liquidity crisis in the housing market, further driving up property prices. The cost of living crisis, coupled with record-high interest rates set by the Bank of England, is already putting immense pressure on UK households. While inflation has slightly eased since peaking at 11.1% in 2022, Interest rates remain at a 16-year high at 5.25%. Any further strain on retirees could worsen an already precarious situation for many. The potential impact of this reform is enormous. With fewer retirees able to access large sums of tax-free cash, many will be forced to extend their mortgages into retirement, further straining their finances at a time when they should be enjoying their golden years. The housing market could also be affected, as fewer retirees may be able to downsize their homes, leading to reduced liquidity in the market and potentially driving up property prices. Financial analysts are already warning that this policy shift could have long-term repercussions for both pensioners and the broader economy. The pension reforms, combined with record-high interest rates and the ongoing cost of living crisis, are creating an environment of financial uncertainty for millions of UK households. For many, the dream of a mortgage-free retirement may soon become a distant memory. Finally, in international news, King Charles has signaled that he will not stand in the way if Australia decides to remove him as head of state and move toward becoming a republic. Speaking to Republican campaigners, Charles expressed his deep love for Australia but acknowledged that the decision to become a republic is entirely up to the Australian people. This comes ahead of the King's upcoming 8-day royal tour of Oceania, where he is expected to meet with Commonwealth leaders during the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa. While Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has stated that there are no immediate plans to hold a referendum on the issue, discussions about republicanism in Australia continue to bubble beneath the surface. So that's the rundown of today's stories. From political missteps costing the UK billions in investments to looming pension reforms that could impact generations, the consequences of policy decisions are being felt far and wide. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more in-depth discussions about the latest developments in British politics and beyond. Thanks for watching and take care.